Here we go. I believe. Yes. Okay, where's my game? That's not my game. Nope. This is why I need a starting soon overlay. But also, I kind of like just me derping around at the beginning of stream and and you all getting to see it. I think it's funny. Okay. So good evening, everyone. Welcome to December. Happy December. Yay! It's my first time participating in December, so hopefully if you're a regular viewer of my stream, we may see some new people showing up, which would be cool. But also, I mean, I'm not really going to do anything differently. This is just me, as usual. But for my December game, I have picked... Oh, I need my chat. There it is. I have chosen a game that I've never played before. I've seen it around here and there. I've seen people post screenshots of it. It is called The Adventures of Maddog Williams in the Dungeons of Duridian, which is a heck of a mouthful of a title. It came out in... When did it come out? 96 or something? Sometime in the 90s. And it's a DOS game that I had never heard about until pretty recently. So I'm going to play it for the first time tonight. I don't know how long it is. I don't know how long it'll take me to get through it. But hopefully I can get through the whole game in the month. And if I do, and I still have time to spare, I'll probably play something else for a little while at least. But we'll see. We'll just play it by ear. So we have our lovely DOSBox prompt. And this game is free, by the way. You can go to the website. The game devs are called Game Crafters. And they just have it for free to download on their website, if you are so inclined. Important notice, we have disabled the off-disk copy protection. When the wizard asks you questions about the map, just type in anything. He will say you can't journey into the dark forest of Marinor. He's lying. We hope you enjoy the game. Alrighty. Cool. Select difficulty level. Well, I would normally go normal, but it seems to be just a choice between easy or hard, or pray for deliverance, which I'm not going to choose on my first time through. Let's go easy. Sound Blaster. Game Crafters. Oh man. This is some quality DOS era graphics and music. I'm already in love. Look at those sweet dragons. Very, like, EGA Quest for Glory vibes, which, as you all know, if you know me, I'm extremely here for. Excellent. Oh, look at that rad wizard. Is this your first time playing the game? Yes, it is. Welcome, adventurer, to the world of Maddog Williams, a world of castles and kings, of great dragons and lovely princesses. Many years ago, in the lands known as Duridian, there was a kind and gracious king named Serac. The kingdom of Duridian stretched from the great northern deserts and as far as the valley of Marinor to the south. It is a land wrapped in legend and lore, a land filled with many magical and mystical creatures. King Serac ruled the lands of Duridian from the great city known as Sidra by the Sea. Great city name. Oh, there he is! Many ships from distant ports sought out refuge and rest in the quiet harbors of Duridian. The stone spires of Sidra were a sign of peace and good to all who saw them. The people of Duridian hailed their king and spoke his name with respect and honor. In return, Serac would protect them from the thieving pirates to the east and the barbarians of Corbala to the west. So much lore in this game! Then one dark day, the high priest of the evil demon god, Malthazar, began to influence Serac's mind with his sorcery, and in time turned the loving king into a life of corruption. Oh shit. Can't have that. Serac enslaved the people of the land and forced the men of Duridian to build a new castle far to the west atop the Corbala mountains. He named his new fortress the Castle of Duridian, and for miles around he burned and ravaged the lands. To this day, those lands are still called the Desolation of Serac. Thank you, 32-bit kid, for the sub! Enjoy your Saurus kiss. Slurp. As the years passed, Serac became more and more corrupted by the powers of Malthazar. He lived an evil life and for many years ruled his people with blood and terror. I'm gonna turn down the game volume a little bit. Let me know if that's, if I needed to make any other volume adjustments. I might have turned the game sound down too much, but, we'll see. Most of the peasants were forced out of their homes and into a life of poverty and sickness. That sounds pretty good? Okay, great. Thank you. During his reign, many of Serac's men tried to rebel against him, only to end up as food for the creatures of the dungeons. Often, Serac would choose young maidens from among his people. They were torn from their families and sacrificed to the evil god Malthazar. No! One man, Sir Robert Thaylor, dared to stand against the power of Serac. In secret, he gathered together an army of men and trained them in the art of war. In a small, secluded cottage, Thaylor and a few of his best men spent many nights planning the attack upon Serac and his evil army. Thaylor's armies gathered in the forest south of the castle of Duridian. There they waited in darkness for the first sign of dawn. The White Wizards of the North joined Thaylor and with his army marched across the great desolation of Serac to vanquish the evil king and restore peace to the land. The battle between good and evil raged for days. Many good lives were lost in the rebellion, but in the end, the armies of Thaylor defeated Serac and scattered his men into the desolate wilderness. Yay! In time, Thaylor's men captured the evil king Serac. He was taken to the castle of Duridian, where the White Wizards cast him into an enchanted cell to live forever in eternal banishment. The once great castle of Duridian was left in ruin as a reminder of the evil that once ruled there. When Thaylor returned from the battle, the township of Sidra celebrated their victory over Serac. The people of Duridian hailed Sir Robert Thaylor and chose him to be their new king. King Thaylor vowed to restore the kingdom of Duridian to its good and prosperous state. Once again, Sidra by the Sea was a beacon of hope and prosperity. 20 years have passed, and the kingdom of Duridian has lived in peace. New townships were built along the coast of Duridian, and the battle against Serac is just a memory in the tired minds of old warriors. King Thalor kept his vow and has ruled the kingdom for many years with a kind and gentle hand. For many years, the kingdom grew, and Sidra by the Sea again is a good and prosperous city. King Thalor finally married after satisfying his thirst for adventure. With his wife by his side, they raised their only daughter, whom they named Leoria. Any name for his wife? No? Okay. Princess Leoria grew up in a peaceful land, never knowing the evil that her father had faced, except in the stories he would sometimes tell. Uh-oh. But alas, the peaceful calm of the kingdom has been shattered. Once again, the evil name of Serac is whispered in fear among the people. Rumors abound that he has escaped his enchanted cell in the castle of Duridian and has now captured the good King Thalor and his beautiful daughter, Leoria. You have been sent to Marinor as a mentor and friend to Maddog Williams, an inventor by trade and a lover of antiques. It is your mission to aid Maddog in ridding the world of the evil that is spreading on this once quiet land. Only those of honest heart and noble spirit may journey beyond the borders of Marinor. I, being the guardian of this world, will ask you 3 questions found on the map of the lands of Duridian. Only those who can answer them correctly will be permitted into the mystical and dangerous lands beyond the borders of the quiet valley that is Maddog's home. How many flags are shown flying above the castle in Sidra? Well, the thing said I could answer anything, so I'm just gonna answer anything. That is correct. Cyclops Place is north, south, east, or west of Devil's Landing. North. That is incorrect. Hey, come on. What? You said the copy protection was disabled. You lied to me, game. Since you have not passed this test, you shall not be permitted to journey into the dark forest west of Marinor. Oh, okay. But he's lying. Anna Karenina of Adventure Games. Okay. Oh, you know what I should do, actually? I'm gonna have the README pulled up. Just in case I need it. There it is. Okay. The quiet sound of the morning air rustling through the tops of the trees can be heard as our hero lies fast asleep upon his bed. Small grains of sand filter into a small bucket above him. The bucket drops suddenly with the weight of the sand triggering Maddog's complex new invention. Howdy, Mr. Gel, and howdy, Moral Recordings. I didn't say hello to you. Ah! The sudden splash of ice-cold water has awakened Maddog from a restful sleep. So he's like Rube Goldberg. Stretching with sleep-filled eyes, he looks at his new clock and wonders why he ever invented it. Okay, so we have a text parser, I guess. And is there a way to increase the walk speed? Key? How do I do things? Hang on. Oh, here we go. Special function keys. Okay, good. I should have looked this before I started the game. Okay, so we have F6. Okay, there we go. Normal. Excuse me. How fast is fast? Is that too fast? That's not too fast. That's pretty decent, actually. Okay. Ooh, there's a save game. Let's save the game. Always save the game. There's an inventory. Nothing. Okay, and then F8 turns it. Okay, gotcha. Okay, great. Oh my god, yeah. You're right. Like he must get his he must go through so many pillows. I hope he has an invention to dry his pillows off quickly. This is where Maddog spends his dream-filled nights. The bedroom is sparsely decorated with shelves on the east wall and a small dresser against the north wall. There's a hand-woven rug lying in the middle of the floor, giving the room a homey look. Hey, hello, conga line monkey. Every month should be dedicated to DOS. I mean, I wouldn't be mad about it. The old bed is kind of beat up and worn, but it's good enough to sleep on. Maddog looks at the device and explains. The sand slowly fills the bucket. Then, when the bucket is full, it drops and opens the gate at the top of the ramp. A ball then rolls down the ramp and triggers the rat trap. There's a string attached to the trap into a glass of water. When the trap is triggered, the string pulls the glass over and the water is dumped on the person lying in bed. I haven't sold any of them yet. It seems that people don't like to get wet in the morning. Oh well, you win some, you lose some, Maddog says with a smile. Small candles hang by Maddog's newly invented clock on the north wall, and a small mirror hangs on the west wall. The small, simple mirror hangs on the west wall of Maddog's bedroom. Can I have it? Can I look into it? Ah, Maddog looks in the small mirror and says, "Now that's a good-looking chap." No, I think it looks good where it is. A hand-woven rug lies in the middle of the floor. It was purchased at the market from a mysterious traveler who claimed it was imported from Persia. Maddog lifts the rug to reveal a small tag which reads, "Made in Hong Kong." Nothing there except dust. Now that's a soft pillow. Oops. Oh good, F3. I by instinct I hit F3 to repeat what I typed, and it works. So yay. Thanks, Sierra Game muscle memory. The solid oak dresser stands against the north wall of the bedroom. A small Chinese vase sits on the top of the dresser. So there's China and Persia in this setting, I guess. I don't. Are we in the real world, or is this not? I don't know. Wait, do that again. Dresser. Okay. The ancient Chinese vase was a gift from one of Maddog's old sailor friends. It's empty. Oh shit. Maddog carefully lifts the vase from the dresser. It suddenly slips from his grasp and crashes to the floor. Maddog looks down in disbelief at the result of his clumsiness. No! There's a hand-woven rug that lies on the hardwood floor in front of the bed, and the broken vase lies in front of the dresser. Maddog looks down at the shattered vase and replies, "Do you have a magnifying glass?" Well, I hope that didn't screw me over. Oh, yeah, it could be. Yeah. Oh, I like the, yeah, it could be the longest journey where you can kind of switch back and forth between the two. Or, it's just kind of adjacent or something. I'm not going to worry too much about it unless it becomes relevant. The drawer slides quietly open. The top drawer contains my clothes. Maddog looks over the assortment of clothing and replies, "I think what I have on is fine." "You were just sleeping in that." The drawer slides closed. Bottom drawer? Ah. It only contains a pair of socks. Maddog retrieves his socks from the drawer. Yeah, same. Maddog recalls how his mother knitted these socks especially for him just a few months ago, and already they have started to lose their color. On one of the shelves rests my sword. The other shelves hold extra blankets and linens. The finely crafted sword was made of the finest metals in the world. Its quality has never been surpassed. Maddog takes his mighty sword from the bedroom shelf and admires its fine craftsmanship for a moment. Maddog then carefully sheaths it. Oops. I keep the extra blankets and linens handy in case it gets too cold or I have any visitors. What am I going to do with it? Send smoke signals? These finely crafted stairs lead down to the kitchen. The small bedroom window is set back into the wall. Maddog stretches his arms and yawns as he looks off into the forest, the valley of Marinor. What do you want me to do? Lug it around like a teddy bear? Yes. When the bucket is filled with sand, it drops and opens the gate at the top of the ramp. The glass is attached by a hinge to the small shelf. There is a string hooked to the glass that runs through a loop on the wall to the rat trap. When the ball triggers the trap, it pulls the glass over. The ball rolls down the ramp and triggers the rat trap. Can I get any of those things? If I take that, the clock won't work anymore. There's nothing unusual about the sand. I just stepped down to the beach and got a bucket full to use here. I have a portrait of myself. The smell of hickory smoke rises from the black cast iron stove on the east wall of the kitchen. An oak table is in the corner and a small cabinet stands against the west wall. Oops. Quite a handsome young man, don't you think so? Sure. There's nothing unusual about the chandelier. It seems to give enough light to keep the room relatively bright. Is that a rocking chair that goes from side to side? This is one of my latest inventions. It's called a sway chair. I think it will be all the rage in years to come. You vain and arrogant man. I know, right? Oop. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Okay. Okay, good. Phew. Scared myself. Oh. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oops, I accidentally restored. F4 is save, not F5. Ah! Whoops. Oh well, that's fine. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to not break my vase. Okay. Right. F4 is save. There we go. I'm not used to this game yet. Maddog plops himself into the sway chair and begins to rock side to side. Love it. Maddog gets to his feet, feeling refreshed. Ooh, is there like a secret safe behind the painting? I don't think that would do any good. Ah, Maddog peers behind his portrait and finds a blank wall. Yes. Oh, to be an inventor in a sideways rocking chair. Hey, Sungniff. Hello, welcome. The old solid oak table sits in the corner of the kitchen. A small loaf of bread sits on it. It is just a small loaf of homemade bread. Maddog picks up the bread and takes it with him. Bread. Light from outside pours in through the old cloth curtains that cover most of the kitchen window. Can I get over there? Oh, I guess not. The curtains partially cover the window. Oop. Come back. The slight scent of burning hickory wood emanates from the black iron stove, which serves as the only source of heat for the small cottage dwelling. This well-preserved Asian rug was made in the land far to the east and was brought to the port city of Marinor by boat. Anything under this rug? Maddog lifts one corner of the rug and gasps in horror. He quickly drops the rug and says, "Nice weather we've been having lately, don't you think so?" Oh god, what did you find under there? Wait. Oh, cabinet. The well-crafted hardwood cabinet sits against the west wall of Maddog's rather large kitchen. It has a small wash basin that rests on the cabinet top. Maddog opens the cabinet door. It's like I'm playing Crimson Diamond all over again. Look in cabinet. Take all the things. The shelves contain several old dishes. Maddog's favorite mug sits off to one side. Several of Maddog's old dishes are stacked on the cabinet shelves. A nicely crafted silver mug sits to the side of the cabinet. It's Maddog's favorite. I don't see any need to take them. Maddog reaches in the cabinet and takes his favorite mug. Maddog gently closes the cabinet doors. It's a nicely crafted silver mug. The small pewter bowl was made by one of the finest smiths in the kingdom of Marinor. I don't see why I would need that. One door leads to my bedroom, the other leads to my antique shop. Can I open the lower... Are those drawers? Oh, okay. Maddog grasps the handle and tugs, but the door doesn't open. Blast! This thing never did open right. How about that one? It's stuck. Oop. Painting. This painting was given to me by an old Italian friend by the name of Leonardo de something or other. It depicts a green mountain valley with a small river running through it. I'm not tall enough. Excuse my coughing. I'm getting over a cold. But I'm okay. That's why I didn't stream yesterday, because I was still kind of stuffy. A little too cold-ridden to really be in the mood for streaming, but I'm better today. This is my antique shop, Maddog explains. Antiques, odds and ends, and just plain junk cover the tables and walls of the shop. A metal scale sits on the counter, and a full suit of plate armor stands against the east wall. A small mechanical device sits in the middle of the counter. Apparently not, because it lets me do that. Crimson didn't even let me do it at all. This game was like, yeah, you want to look under the rug? Sure, look under the rug. It has animations for it and everything. Love it. Oh boy, there's lots to look at in here. Let's start in the corner. A large houseplant sits in the corner. A wide assortment of antique weaponry and royal crests line the walls of the shop, with a tapestry hanging in the corner. The many different shields and crests that adorn the walls of the shop are all that remain of Maddog's greatest collection. The fine ornamental swords are mounted on the north wall. Two large maces are mounted on the north wall. They were used in the Dark Wars long ago. Those aren't maces. They clearly have, like, chains on them. An old and worn tapestry from a faraway and ancient race hangs on the wall. Maddog says, I got it from a trader who came by this way late last year. Maddog lifts the tapestry and peers behind it, finding a bare wall. The small metal scale is used to weigh gold, silver, and other precious metals. This is my money box. I've had it ever since I started this shop. Maddog opens the box. Oh, that box. Maddog looks in his money box and sees 5 gold pieces. Maddog reaches into the box and retrieves his 5 gold pieces. Alright, Maddog reaches out and shuts his money box. What's this other box? Okay. On the counter is a small metal scale used to weigh gold, silver, and some other precious metals. Maddog's money box and a mechanical device occupy the middle of the counter. A series of gears, cranks, and pulleys make up the whole of Maddog's latest invention. It's called an automatic beer server and was built for Frank, the owner of Pete's Pub. What about Pete? A small lever is pulled down which releases the arm, sliding the beer down the bar to the customer. Cool. How do I use that? Good question. I really don't see any reason to pull the lever now. Maddog lifts the server over and checks to make sure it's ready. Having checked it over, Maddog picks it up and carries it with him. I can see that having some kind of ridiculous use for some puzzle later on. A large candelabra stands on the center table. Antiques from around the world sit upon the shop tables. Some were handed down to Maddog from many friends and relatives, while others were purchased from travelers of many different lands. The oil lamp was bought from an old sailor who said he retrieved it from an old sinking galley belonging to a royal family in a far and distant land. This is part of the shop's inventory, so I need to leave it here. 2 ancient knives lie on the table in front of the candelabra. Maddog looks at the sundial and remembers when his father gave it to him. His father had been gone for over a year on one of his adventures. Maddog can still remember how happy he was when he saw his father. He was carrying the sundial on his back as he left the ship. The sundial made a dull thud as his father laid it on the ground. Well, son, his father said as he approached him, I know you have always liked exotic things, so I brought you this genuine sundial from Rome. That was the last adventure Maddog's father went on. He died about a month after returning home. The sundial is Maddog's most prized possession and is not for sale. Aw. It's too heavy to carry far. The man who gave me this bowl said it came from the castle of Duridian. Maddog looks up at the spear and says, This spear comes from a land far to the south. Old and worn battle armor from the ancient war stands against the east wall. The armor was purchased from an old man claiming to be one of the brave knights of the now fallen kingdom known as Duridian. Nobody has seen or heard from him since. Is there a key hidden in the helmet? What do you mean you're not close enough? Oh, okay. Cautiously, Maddog peeks inside the armor, then, breathing a sigh of relief, says, Nope, nobody in there. Several swords lay on the table. I already have a sword. The swords are for sale. How am I going to sell them if they are not left here in the shop? Oh, okay. Several swords and a small box containing a coin collection sit on the table. Maddog looks at his coin collection and says, "This collection contains many coins from various lands." A large candelabra sits on the middle of the table. Several knives lie in front of the candelabra. A small oil lamp stands next to it. Upon one end of the table, there is a large pitcher and a grey antique vase. An old elven wine bottle and a ceramic bowl are in the middle, and a sundial rests on the end of the table. Maddog looks at you with pride in his eyes and says, "This is one of my most valued antiques. It comes from a mystical land of the far east, where there are castles made of pure gold and giant sea monsters wander the ports. The land is filled with many wondrous things and strange people." Cool. The small bottle comes from an ancient race of elves that live in the northern forests of Duridian. What was the other thing? Oh, the vase. The little water vase was found when they started digging the foundation for this house. Oh, cool. Light shines through the large shop window, illuminating the room with a soft white glow. One door leads to the kitchen, and the other leads outside. What a cute house. Maddog's small house and shop are nestled in the forest north of the village center. Blowing in from the east, the salty sea mist can be smelled, and from the west, the sound of rushing water can be heard. The large wooden sign above the door reads, "Antiques." Old and worn by nature, the wagon wheel rests against the house. I just realized I'm not wearing my socks. There's nothing wrong with the pair I have on now. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll need a spare pair of socks later. Sword, loaf of bread, beer server, cup, socks. Oh, the cup is the mug. Okay. Okay. East is the sea. Uh-oh. A thieving pirate advances towards Maddog with a very menacing look. Ooh, okay. There's combat in this game. How do I combat? Let's see. Oh, there's a practice. I should have practiced with my sword. Oh well, I'll figure it out. Okay, so fighting. Shift acts like the joystick button. What does that mean? I don't use joysticks. Oh, okay, so shift is basically the attack. Okay. Down arrow and up arrow. Attacks low and high. Oh god, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna move my game window over here and the readme over here so I have it for reference. Because I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked. Maddog looks at you, wondering what to do next. He must be a thieving pirate. I hear they kill for almost anything. Good thing I saved recently. Have at ye! Okay. He's just standing there. Hiya! Okay. Whap. Okay. Well, that was easy, but I am on easy mode, and that was the first enemy in the game. So, I'm sure they'll get harder. Hello, Villainy versus, belatedly. Welcome. I did kill a man. As far as I know, he was gonna kill me. pirate lies upon the ground, lifeless. Maddog quickly searches the body of the pirate, but finds nothing of value. Well, what was the point of that? That's what he gets. Large rock formations are common to the Valley of Marinor. Often from here, Maddog would watch and wait for his father's ship to come in. A warm sea breeze blows in from the east as small waves roll in and out along the beach. A large rocky cliff rising above the sea waters to the north and a large rock wall make it impossible to travel north. Can I go swimming? Or is this an instant drown game? Ooh, I can actually swim. Whee! How long can I swim? Maddog looks around the vastness of the sea that surrounds him and wishes he were on dry land. Let's swim out into the ocean and see if I get myself killed. Going full King's Quest 4 over here. Oh, okay. That just took me back to the... Alright, well, let's just go... Let's just keep going this way and then see if I get anywhere. Can I dive? I think it would be a wise idea if I stayed on top of the water. Fair enough. Uh-oh. Oh, no! Oh, the pounding of Maddog's heart begins to calm as the shark swims out of sight. Maddog sighs in relief as he wonders why he was so fortunate. Oh, shit! Fear grips Maddog's heart as he imagines the sea monster sinking its teeth into his abdomen. Blarg! Maddog sinks beneath the waves, having become a tasty morsel for the great sea monster. Thank you for playing The Adventures of Maddog Williams. We hope you have enjoyed playing as much as we've enjoyed creating it for you. Cool. Alright then. Ooh, hello. A small cottage home rests upon the eastern shore of Marinor. Dirk, one of the village residents, sits on some rocks by the beach. What a cool house. The cottage house is covered with thick ivy vines. It was one of the first structures in the village of Marinor. Twisting and turning the thick ivy vines climb up the rocks to the sturdy beach cottage. You can usually find Dirk down here sitting on these old rocks fishing and telling his stories. No one really knows if his stories are true or not, but they make for good entertainment. Yes, this is extremely charming. Like, I find the color palette weirdly, like, it's muddy. It's not what I was expecting from... I mean, I've seen screenshots of this game before, and I think I thought the same thing at the time. Like, why are the colors so, like, so muddy and, like, dull? But I don't hate them. They're kind of... I guess you could call them a little more realistic than Sierra's, like, extremely bright, you know, magenta and cyan, very bright green color choices. I'm just used to them, that's all. And look, these people actually have, like, realistic skin tone instead of, like, yellow or orange. The Adventures of Maddog Williams, bludgeoning a guy to death with a sword, being overcome with remorse, then accepting death by sea monster. You know, the journey of life. Dirk looks over at Maddog and then continues fishing. Dirk turns to Maddog and says, "Hello, Mr. Williams. Great day for fishing, wouldn't you say?" Good morning. Nice day for fishing, isn't it? I haven't caught much today, but I remember the time when old Frank and I were down by that old cave a few years back. That reminds me, I saw some men in long dark robes headed that way. Strange times have come to Marinor. Uh-oh. Anyway, old Frank and I cast our lines into the water, and we were just sitting and talking when all of a sudden, Frank's pole near bent in two. Frank grabbed his pole and started to bring the fish in, and all of a sudden, Frank disappeared right into the water. Excuse me. I thought he was going to drown. I yelled at him to let go of the pole, but you know Frank, he was going to ride that fish to the bottom if he had to. Well, a few seconds later, Frank popped up above the surface and started yelling about getting the boat, so I jumped in and rowed out to him. I saw blood in the water and got worried that Frank was hurt. He said that he had cut its throat and needed help getting it into the boat. So he pulled it into the boat, and was it a monster? You've heard about the sea monsters around here. Well, I think that Frank caught one. Just at that moment, Dirk's line goes taut, and Dirk turns his attention back to his fishing. Boy, that was some screaming from over there. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that? No? No, of course not. I didn't hear anything. Is there an ask about prompt? No, there is not. Some excellent bait. Oh no. Nice and fresh. What does... Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure if I can, like, actually have conversations with people. Which is another thing I'm used to in Sierra games, asking about certain things, but I don't think I can. Let's see. Let's see if the README says anything about that. Doesn't say anything. Nope, I don't see anything about having conversations. Oh my god! Son of all, do you have a Maddog Williams emote? Oh, I love it. Fantastic. Maddog knocks on the door, but there is no answer. Maddog pulls and tugs on the door, but finally decides that it is locked. Okay then. The forest stream comes to an end as it empties into the sea. Large stones protrude from the stream just before it empties into the sea. Cool. Ooh, a cave. Love me some caves. The beach comes to an abrupt end as large cliffs rise up above the shore. A small cave entrance can be seen in the side of the cliff. Maddog looks into the cave entrance and says, "It looks dark and kind of eerie." Well, naturally we have to go inside. Without a light source. Oh. Oh no. Uh-oh. Maddog looks down at the girl, his soul filled with dread. Several men in robes surround her, preparing to sacrifice the beautiful maiden to their evil god. The cavern reeks of death and despair. On the north wall is the graven image of the evil demon god, Malthazar. The robed men around the altar are chanting softly. The maiden struggles against her bonds. Maddog looks in horror at the group below, preparing to sacrifice the beautiful maiden to their vile god. These dark-robed figures are obviously followers of the demon god, Malthazar. A beautiful young woman lies struggling upon the altar. Hey, stop it! The sound of chanting grows more intense. Suddenly the cave is filled with a blood-curdling scream as the high priest drives his knife deep into the maiden's chest. Then everything turned to silence. Maddog gasps in horror at the sight. He looks at the men in robes and can see them staring back at him. One of them says in an evil voice, "Well, well, it looks like we'll have two for dinner." Oh, shoot. Maddog is quickly captured by the robed men and falls prey to the same fate as the lovely maiden. Lovely. Okay. Can I fight them? Oh, practice. Okay. Okay, so if I just approach them, they immediately sacrifice her. Okay. Cool. There's probably something else I gotta do first. Would you like some bread? This is OG Maddog. I recommend rotating saves. Oh yeah, I mean, I never save over the same slot if I can help it. I will always save like a million different times in different slots, so no worries there. But I appreciate the advice. That's always a concern in games like this. Can I soft lock myself? All right, let's see. The village center can barely be seen through the many trees. A small abandoned wagon sits next to a tree. The village stream runs east along the shady forest floor. Many trees and bushes surround the small village of Marinor, protecting the village from the strong sea winds. Oh, can't climb trees. OG Maddog, are there other versions of this game? A small broken down wagon lies half covered by trees. It seems to be missing a wheel or two. There's a rope in the wagon. Ooh! Rope, always useful. Maddog reaches into the wagon, picks up the rope, and carries it with him. You may have made a patched version that tries to fix some of the issues. Oh, cool! Well, that's awesome. This is OG Maddog. I downloaded this directly from the creator's website, so I'm assuming there's no other... There's no patches have been applied to it. We're going to save the village for last. An old wooden bridge spans the forest stream, creating a passageway to the other side. A small mill can be seen to the north. Nice. I'm sure I will. I'm excited about experiencing this game for the first time. The small wooden bridge spans the village stream, allowing travelers to cross without getting wet. I love that this game had this game apparently has enough of a following that you felt the need to patch it. Let's see what's this way. Ooh, okay. We'll explore foresty later. I'm just gonna walk right through the river. Whee! Who cares about getting wet? Oh, nice. That's very impressive. I'm impressed. There's a small woodland stream turning a wooden water wheel. The miller, an old-timer named Willie, is sitting on a chair carving away at a piece of wood. This is an old stump battered by the relentless chopping and pounding of the miller's axe. The cut pieces of wood that the miller has chopped are stacked against the mill's wall. The water wheel was used to power an old mill. When the mill was turned into a home, the wheel was kept around as a decoration. The axe is made of old oak with an iron blade fastened at the end. The house used to be an old mill. It caught fire several years ago. It was later rebuilt into a home. Willie, the miller, sits on a chair next to the old mill, whittling an old stick. Millie the Willer. The miller looks at Maddog and says, "How can I help you?" I don't know. Okay, so there is a I guess there is a way to talk to people, but I'm not sure what kind of prompts the game is expecting. Is the port working? This is just DOSBox. Oh, okay. Nice. um, I'm not sure what he wants me to ask about. Well, can I have your axe? Okay. The village notices Maddog looking at the axe and says, "Mr. Williams, if you really want the axe, I can sell it to you for 10 gold pieces." Cool, I don't have 10 gold pieces. But the miller is sitting right here. I don't think that would be a good idea right now. After all, it's not my home. Well, maybe I'll come back later. Ooh! Beneath the shade of the woodland forest of Marinor, a small elf sits playing his flute. The sound of the forest stream can be heard as it twists and turns its way through the forest. A small forest elf sits beneath the tree playing a light-hearted tune. The small woodland elf sits beneath an oak tree playing a tune that seems to lift the heart. The small woodland elf stops playing and looks at Maddog. "Can you spare a morsel to feed a wandering soul?" "Heck yeah, I can. You want some bread?" Maddog searches through his possessions and takes out a loaf of bread. He offers it to the small elf. The elf graciously accepts the bread and devours it quickly. He then begins to talk. "Thank you for your kindness, my good man. To show my appreciation, I have something for you." He takes from his bundle a small bottle of liquid and offers it to Maddog. Ooh. The liquid is slightly brown and smells terrible. The bottle has a label that is half covered by the elf's hand. While looking into the grateful eyes of the woodland elf, Maddog gently takes the bottle from his hand. He smiles at Maddog and says, "Now I must be on my way. Perhaps we shall meet again. Goodbye, my friend." As Maddog begins to say goodbye, the elf vanishes before him. Like the Tasmanian devil. As Maddog examines the bottle, he notices that the label reads, "Grandma Brock's Hairy Scary Monster Repellent." Oh, lovely. Okay. As the wall crosses over the small woodland stream, its two arches allow the water from the stream to pass. Oh, okay. And now we're back here. The village center is small, but many weary travelers and fishermen stop at the pub. There they quench their thirst and rest from their long and tiresome adventures while telling tales of dragons and chivalry. Pete's Pub has been the local gathering place for generations here in Marinor. It has seen both wars and times of peace. It has seen kingdoms rise and fall, but has never failed to welcome a weary traveler in from the cold night air. The sign on the pub wall reads, "Pete's Pub." No one knows why it's called Pete's Pub, since the owner's name is Frank. Ah, wait. There we go. The sound of men talking and laughing fills the pub. Maddog looks around the room and replies, "There's quite a crowd here today." It looked like they're leaving their daily troubles behind and enjoying life. Many men are sitting around the tables telling stories and jokes or just enjoying a game of cards. Maddog speaks to the men, but there's no reply. Gambling is beginning to spread pretty fast in this area. I try to stay away from it when I can. A large wooden barrel filled with Frank's famous pickle sits against the west wall. It's full of beer. Oops. The shelves behind the bar are lined with bottles and mugs. A large fish mounted on a plaque hangs on the west wall. Does it sing? A large, ominous-looking chandelier lights the entire pub. A large rope secures the chandelier hanging above. I wonder if I'm going to have to cut that rope. Frank is a rather stout fellow. Some say he killed the original owner of the pub. That's how he came to own it. Maddog doesn't believe it, though. The bartender looks at Maddog and says, "Well, Mr. Williams, I hope you remembered to bring that new beer server you were making for me." I did, actually. Maddog places his invention on the bar and asks Frank the bartender to come over and test it out. Frank anxiously grabs a mug from the shelf and places it on the bar in front of the server. He then puts his hand on the lever and says, "Let's give it a try." Whee! After the lever was released, they were both disappointed to see the mug go only about halfway down the bar. Maddog looks at Frank and says, "Oops! Looks like the main spring needs to be adjusted." I can't. It belongs to Frank now. Maddog quickly tightens the main spring and says, "That ought to do it. Let's give it another try, Frank." Frank hands Maddog some money and replies, "Here's the 8 gold pieces as promised." As Maddog looks in disbelief at what just happened, 2 large men get up from their chairs with menacing looks. One of them says, "That thar was our captain you just knocked out." They begin to advance toward him, and then they pause for a moment to see what his reaction will be. Maddog takes his sword in hand and swings it at the rope. Hiya! Maddog can hear the 2 men moaning beneath the heavy iron chandelier. Frank, very upset at what happened inside, boots Maddog through the open pub door. "Oh, I wanted a pickle." After being kicked out of the bar, Maddog picks himself up and brushes off his clothes. Okay, but now what I want to see what happens if I don't do that. Perfectly tuned, yes. Nailed it. Perfect. No notes. Ah. Not knowing any better, Maddog walks back into the bar and meets up with the same fate as before. Oh, if I keep doing that. Oh, it hurts me. Maddog now begins to realize that Frank isn't going to let him back in for a while. Maddog looks at you and says, "If you don't quit sending me back in there, I'm going to be pretty sore in the morning." I sure hope you're having fun, because I'm not. What Maddog lacks in strategy, he makes up for in determination. Exactly. F5. 5 is the restore button. Okay. Can I have a pickle? Can I spell it right? Maddog asks the bartender for a pickle. Frank replies, 1 gold piece will do it, Mr. Williams. Sure. Maddog reaches into his pocket and hands the bartender a shiny gold piece. Frank thanks Maddog and replies, they're over there in the barrel. Go ahead and help yourself. Maddog gets the pickle from the large barrel and pops it into his mouth. The pickle was slightly bitter to the taste. Maddog mumbles to himself, usually they're much better tasting than this. I think it'll be a while before I buy another one. No. Okay. And then also I want to see what happens if I don't cut the rope. If I get myself beat up by the dudes. After a few moments, the 2 men attack Maddog. Ah! Pow! Biff! I love the other guy is just kind of sitting there at the table. Okay. Alright. Okay, so basically the same thing happens, but I just lose more health. Neat. Okay. I don't feel like the pickle really did anything for me. I think it did. I think cutting the rope did give score. Yeah, it probably did. Okay, so I think what I'm just gonna do that. Restore there. Yeah, my score is 51. This is in the timeline where I did cut the rope, but I didn't eat the pickle. Oh. The pub door is closed and a small sign on the door reads, closed for repairs. Okay, well, I can buy the axe now. I wonder if... I kind of feel like I don't know if I'm gonna be able to come back later and get a pickle, or if I need a pickle at all. Okay, you know what? Just for completion's sake, because I feel bad like having restored to a point where I didn't do that. Oh, oops, wait. Oh, shoot. Oh, I think I just saved over my... Okay, well, no, that's fine. Oh, damn it! I did it again! Oh, crap. Restore. Well, okay, too late now. I just saved over both of my pub save files, because I can't remember what the fucking button is. Oh. And then my game seems to have frozen. Neat. Okay, one moment. I broke it. Why do I have to do this every time? Or can I just hit No, I gotta get past this. Okay. If I restore to that... Hmm. Okay, well that's broken. I gotta do that again. Okay. Technical difficulties. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Well, fine. Actually, I guess what I could do, if I really want to... Yeah, let's just do this instead. I'm just going to store to the elf, because that's not too far back from the pub. Restoring the pickle universe. Yes. I mean, I'm sure this is, like, probably inconsequential, but I'm doing it anyway. And now I just gotta remember to press the right button for saving and restoring. Tasmanian elf. Okay. F4 is save. They're too busy to talk. I'd rather not. I've never been very good at gambling. He looks like a local patron. Men mumbles, it's been a long day. Just leave me alone to enjoy my drink. Okay. Can I get a beer? I think I should sit down first. Maddog goes to his favorite chair and sits down. That'll be 1 gold piece, Mr. Williams, says Frank. Maddog reaches into his pocket and hands the bartender a shiny gold piece. Gluggity glug. Okay. Can I drink until I pass out or die? Which is what I always have to do in every game that lets me do that. How many beers is too many beers? Do you have any dragon's breath? Nope. Okay, guess not. Well, fine then. It's funny every time. Yeah, 10 points for cutting the rope. Okay then. But hey, I got money, so that's good. Now, save. And then I guess let's buy the axe, because I'm probably going to need it. Although, you know what? I'm not going to buy the axe yet. Let me wait until I find something, find a reason that I might need the axe first. Hold on. I will be right back. Hang tight. Alright, I am back. Got myself some more water and a cough drop. Oops. Might want to use my mic. Alright. Back to it. Strange and eerie noises emanate from the dark forest. A small trail winds its way north through the foliage. To the west, there's a large sandy clearing. Ooh. A large sandy clearing leads off to the west. Where should we go, north or west? Let's go west. Uh-oh. Maddog's feet begin to sink in the soft sand below him. He suddenly realizes that he's standing on the edge of a pool of quicksand. Ooh, let's not do that. First, let's save, and then let's do that. Doop-de-doo. Maddog quickly sinks into the quicksand, which brings this adventure to a sad and sudden end. More like hilarious end. A winding path leads deeper into the lush green forest. Small bushes and trees line the forest path, and strange, eerie noises can be heard from deep within the dark forest. There are many such rock formations throughout the forest of Marinor. Ooh. The forest thickens and grows dark, leaving everything around silent and mysterious. Cool. Man, I'm really liking the music in this game. There's not much, but it really works. It's really working for me. It's doing it for me. Okay, this is a classic get lost in the forest. Ooh. Mushroom? The mushrooms are growing next to a tree. Maddog stoops down and picks 3 mushrooms from the damp forest ground. Maddog looks over the mushrooms, thinking to himself how long it has been since he last had wild mushrooms. He quickly pops one into his mouth, eager to enjoy his new discovery. Great plan. After devouring the mushroom, Maddog begins to feel lightheaded. Maddog falls helplessly toward the ground as everything fades into blackness. I don't see a game over screen. Minutes later, Maddog awakens with a pounding in his head. One that has only been equaled by the times when he had spent too many hours at Pete's pub. Slowly getting to his feet, Maddog wonders if he will ever be able to think of mushrooms again. I think I got points for doing that, so... okay, I guess? But I'm still freaking lost, so that's a problem. I would hope that with enough wandering around, I would eventually find myself back where I started, but, that doesn't seem to be happening. Oh, apparently shift is a jump. Eh. Boing, boing. Oh, hey. Cool. I found my way out somehow. Okay. Well. Okay, that just takes me back into the forest. Oh, good. Oh, squirrel. Oh. The forest around Marinor is filled with wildlife. Huh. Alright. Well, there's probably a way through that forest somehow. Not sure what it might be. Oh! Oh, and I keep the mushrooms with me. Okay, cool. Sword, rope, cup, socks, monster repellent, mushrooms. Hmm. The miller takes the money and quickly pockets it. Maddog takes the axe. Okay. Hmm. Well, where else can I go? Is there anywhere else I can go? Anything else to do? Can I fix this wagon? Nope. Okay. It is beyond repair. Hmm. What might I be able to do about those robed guys? Wait. I don't suppose I can cross this river, can I? Ah, okay. So there's only so many save slots. Actually. Where does this take me? Oh, okay. Can I go under the bridge? Probably not. After you. Okay. That's about what I thought. Just puts me in the forest again. Okay. Okay. Hmm. I feel like I gotta do something about that cave. Not sure what I can do. Nope. Can I just walk in and out and nothing will happen? Okay, yeah. Hmm. What if I talk to the men? That's probably not such a good idea right now. Save woman. How do I do that? Great question. Can I sneak? No. I might burn myself. Well, good. I'm not like a time... Oh, no, I am. Well, yeah. If I... Cool. If I spend too long dicking around, then they kill me. I'm not sure what I could possibly do there. Fighting isn't the answer. There's gotta be something else clever I can do. Huh. If I were wearing it, then I couldn't sell it. I haven't seen any hairy, scary monsters, so I don't feel like I need to use their monster repellent. Two small candles are mounted in holders on the north wall, giving light to the small bedroom. I think they look nice there. Let's leave them. My coin collection is for sale, not for taking. The money box always stays here in my shop. Maddog looks at the scale and then at you and replies, I need to keep it here. Maddog, how are you looking at me? How are you looking through the fourth wall? Stop that. Cease this at once. Do I really look that strong? Can I have your fishing rod? fishing pole. Fish. I don't seem to have a fishing pole. What do you want from me? I'm really curious what the inside of these other houses look like, especially the ivy-covered one. The Dirk is outside. Wait. Aha. An old and worn tree stands apart from the others in the center of the small clearing. Maybe strong, but I'm not that strong. Maddog takes out the axe that he purchased earlier and grips it firmly. He then begins to chop down the old dead tree. Chips begin to fly as Maddog swings the axe at the tree. As Maddog is about to take the last few swings, he hears a splintering noise. Oh no! He looks in surprise as the axe head flies off to one side and lands in the bushes. Maddog stares in disbelief at the broken axe handle in his hand and wonders why he paid such a high price for it. He quickly discards the handle, hoping to never see it again. I wonder if I can, haggle. I can't seem to find the axe head. It must be lost. A small pile of wood chips lay on the ground next to the tree. Oh, come on. A large notch has been cut into the old and worn tree. Maddog pushes on the tree with all his might. Suddenly there's a loud crack and the tree falls with a crashing thud to the ground. Woo! Thanks, Kyrandia 2. Save game. Oh, there we go. Large oak trees are very common throughout the Valley of Marinor. Okay. Ooh! A large bull elk can be seen at the edge of the forest, wandering and grazing on the plentiful grasses of Marinor. Large cliffs tower above the ground, blocking the path to the west and the south. The forest trees fade back into darkness. Okay. Neat. More forest. Morist. Is this just... Yep, okay. Now we're lost again. Well, damn it. That's not helpful. Hmm. I wonder how many screens I have to go through the forest before it puts me back at the beginning. I haven't been counting. And if it actually matters which way I go. Because the last time I was lost in the forest, I kind of went in random directions. But this one I'm just going west and hoping that'll get me somewhere. Even if it's just back where I started. I don't think mapping this forest will do me any good. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Well... Well, that didn't get me anywhere. I'm just gonna walk through the walk through the river. Hmm. Short length of cotton rope. Oops. Maddog replies firmly, seawater is useless and tastes horrible. I think I'll leave it where it is. Yeah. I was thinking of, like, putting rocks in my socks and making, like, a bolus or something. I'm grasping at straws here. I've got nothing. Anybody have any suggestions? I'm open to any ideas because I'm kind of at a loss here, and I hope I didn't save over anything that I can't go back to. I'm keeping that elf save because that's before the pub. And if there's anything I needed in the pub, then I can go back to that at least. So let's see. Yeah, current obstacles are how do I save the girl in the cave? And how do I get through the forest? Call the hit line. Only $4.99 a minute. I think. Wait. Isn't there like a hint or something? I thought maybe I'm making that up. I thought there was like something about hints in the README. Maybe not. Okay, never mind. Oh, that's what the key icon is for. It shows you whether you're playing with a joystick or a keyboard, and I'm playing with a keyboard because I don't have a joystick. Let me see if there's anything in the README I missed. Sword, fight, fighting. A short walkthrough. You know, we did all those things. Mm-hmm. Okay, right. Oh yeah, so I mentioned for further information, hints, or questions, please visit our webpage. Uh, hmm. Oh, there is a map. Oh, cool. On the website. Neat. Okay, so I could theoretically answer those questions that the wizard gives me. Hmm. Hmm. Oops. Okay. There's a novella. I don't see anything about hints on the website. That's okay. I just wanted to know if they were there. Well, then I don't know. Got a sword, a rope, a cup, socks, monster repellent, and 2 mushrooms. Hmm. Um. I eat mushrooms in front of them. Not even if my life depended on it. Grandma Brock's super potent, hairy, scary monster repellent. Repel monster. Those are monsters? Stabby. Anybody? Anybody got any ideas? What if... Can I drink it? Maddog brings the bottle up to his nose and breathes deeply. Coughing, he says, I wouldn't drink that even if my life depended upon it. Well, it might. Because there's a monster out in the sea. If I drink the monster repellent, maybe the sea monster can't get me. Slather it on, Maddog. Yeah, I assumed it worked like the salve in King's Quest VII. Okay. Maddog takes out the bottle of repellent and sniffs the liquid. He coughs and gags from the pungent smell and says, I'm not going to wear this unless I really need to. Okay, okay. So you can't drink it, but you do put it on your body. Well, okay. Probably, putting it on my body to ward off the sea monster isn't going to work, but maybe it'll work with these guys if I smell real bad and then leap into their midst. Probably not, but... No, okay. He doesn't want to wear it there. I don't know. Okay. Yep. Well, it's good to know that I at least have time to type something before the sea monster shows up, but it doesn't help me. window is too cloudy to see through. I'm trying everything I can think of. As Maddog peers into the pub, he finds Frank cleaning up the mess that was left behind. I really doubt that I will need that. I prefer to stand, thank you. Maddog looks at you and replies, I don't steal things. It's wrong. Yes, you do. You're an adventure game protagonist. You sure I can't have these wood chips? It's just a stump, leftovers of the tree I just chopped down. Hey. Yeah, so far he has done, like, the most destructive thing he's done has been to chop down the chandelier, and that was in self-defense. What if I just keep going north? I feel like that probably won't get me anywhere either. Oh, I'm wrong. The dark forest temporarily gives way to a small clearing. Thick trees surround the clearing on almost all sides. Okay. Cool. Well, that's something. That looks promising that way. Nope, just more forest. Okay. Huh. Well, this isn't getting me anywhere. Okay. Well, that's cool. It takes me back to the clearing if I get lost. Interesting. So maybe I just have to like pick a direction and go with it until I find something? Until I either find something and give up. Or find something or give up. Okay, well, west didn't get me anywhere. Neither did north. What about east? Oh, well, hello. A rock wall with a large door in its center towers amidst the forest trees. There's writing above the large oak door and a knocker in the center of it. The old carved writing above the door reads, Ret Nedden Adni Urfi Litfo Ska Eps. I'm going to write that down. Ret Nedden Adni Urfi Litfo Ska Eps. Now, oh. Speak softly, friend, and enter. Oh, okay. I didn't even have to write down. It's just backwards. There's a large iron knocker in the center of the heavy oak door. Maddog grabs hold of the iron knocker and pounds on the door several times. He finally gives up and says, that does a whole lot of good. Ha 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 ha. The ground begins to rumble and the animals of the forest become silent. The sound of breaking rock echoes through the trees as if the door creaks open as if moved by some magical force. Cool. The gnome looks at Maddog and says, you must be a very wise man to find your way into my domain. The stars have told me to prepare for a special guest, one who wears a symbol of bravery. I have important matters to tend to and no time for beggars, so be off. The gnome returns to his meditation. A symbol of bravery, you say? Interesting. The old oak tree, hidden among the towering cliffs, seems to have a magical sense about it. There's a small door at the base of the tree. A large wooden door is set into the bottom of the huge oak tree. A small brass knocker is in the center of the door. A strange-looking gnome in his fancy clothes sits by a large oak tree as if he were waiting for something. He just sits there, waiting for something. There's no answer. I think he's got the key. Great Jorts is plenty brave. Great Jorts and a magenta wife beater. The gnome looks up with great impatience as he gets up and begins to walk. Oh. The gnome walks out into the forest, mumbling that he has no time for such trivial matters. Well. Maddog pushes and pulls on the handle of the large oak door, but it won't open. Is he just gone forever, or... Well, I don't love that. Alright, well, it's about time for me to stop for the night. But now we have a new conundrum to chew on. So, yeah, I guess we're gonna I'm gonna call it there, and I will pick up again next week on Tuesday for more December. Let me see if there's anybody else doing any December-y goodness at the moment. Oh, weird. They don't have a thing on their Discord channel about showing who's streaming. But maybe the website does. Let's see. Who is currently live? Anybody? Ooh. Heck yeah, we got somebody's playing Quest for Glory 2. Somebody's playing full throttle. Actually, they might be done. I see some Prince of Persia. I see Doom. I see Tex Murphy. More Prince of Persia. King's Quest 4. You know what? Okay, let's see. I'm gonna just pick from any of those people. They all sound good. Let's see. No, that's not what I want. Can I not? Okay, there we go. Oh, I can filter by tag. Oh, here we go. Okay. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm enjoying this so far. It's very strange, but I appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to finding more and learning more of its secrets. I'm going to raid Metroid Hatchling, who is playing King's Quest 4, which is my favorite King's Quest. So yeah, happy December, everyone, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for coming by, folks. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Yay!